Everyone, I am Violet Ayala, the founder of FemCity, and today I'm going to talk about our founders program. It is something that I started a couple of years ago, and I did so because we had so many members that were looking at launching their business and their brands outside of their zip code, so beyond their zip code, and they felt like their local chapter was fantastic and great, but they wanted a little bit more. So I started this program, and honestly, I love it because I get a chance to work with our members really closely. So I'm going to share my screen. For those that are watching the replay, if you have any questions at all, you can always reach out. I think everyone has my email. If not, you can always email Kyra, hello@femcity.com. So I'm going to share my screen. It always looks a little murky when I'm transitioning over into Canva, female founded brand, by the way, that I love. Always a little wonky to get started, as you can see. All right, and I did a presentation because that way it keeps me on track with what I want to share with you. So again, the Founders Program, we started it about, I would say 10 years ago, and it's really not for everyone. And that's why I always offer these info sessions. I don't want you to ever join something that is not going to help you. And also, I don't want you to join a program and then feel like deflated and be like, oh, I wish I knew more about it, and this isn't a good fit. So it's not for everyone. So if you have one location and you are really focusing on local growth, this is not the program for you. So go ahead and turn it off. It's just going to be a waste of your time. If you are someone who is looking to expand beyond your local zip code, meaning you want to have clients in multiple cities, you want to grow your Instagram, your coaching program, your services, your products beyond your city, you want to launch into other states, you want to launch into other countries, this is the program for you. Okay, so what is it? What are like the top benefits? We have so many benefits, but I really tried to narrow it down to what I thought would be the best if I was joining the Founders Program. I think really the weekly sessions are really important and amazing. So we meet every single Monday for our accountability. This is a really small group, about 10, even though we have about 250 in the program, about 10 show up for the Mondays. We meet at 12 p.m. Eastern time. I personally walk through goal setting. I personally walk through accountability. We meet every Monday to see how we're doing. It's a beautiful group of women that are supporting and honoring each other as well. So you'll find a lot of support, a lot of mentorship. We talk a lot about business growth. We talk about new trends, new ways to go ahead and expand. The accountability program, I think alone is totally worth the price for the Founders Program. We also offer every Tuesday at 12 p.m. Eastern time office hours, and we all take turns hosting that. So we have Founders Circle members in that spotlight every single Tuesday, 12 p.m. Eastern time, but it also gives you the opportunity to pick someone's brain, to talk about what you're working on, to get their feedback, to get their thoughts. Sometimes it could be someone who's an expert in wellness and nutrition. Maybe it's a doctor who can help you navigate menopause. We really try to blend in because we know that running a business is more just than your business. It's also about you and your wellness. So that Tuesday could be a marketing person. It could be email marketing. It could be an SEO expert. It could be myself. So you have that support every single Tuesday. Sometimes we're working on projects and we're like, gosh, if I only had one other person to noodle on this with, or to think about, which way to go, or what headshot to use, or what logo makes sense, or what slogan I should be using, or how does my website look? That's what the office hours is. And then every Wednesday at 12 p.m. Eastern time, we are either doing support circles, which means we break out into small groups. We talk about what we're going through, and everyone thinks of ways to support you. It could be following you on your YouTube channel. It can be making comments on your Instagram. It could be buying your book, having you on the podcast, having you as a speaker in their summit. Every single Wednesday, we're doing, it's either roundtable, support circles, coffee chats, or virtual networking. That to me is everything. Like I think about when I was launching a brand that I wanted to expand outside my zip code, these are the things that I would have been looking for. You also have mentorship. So the conversation is always a little bit elevated. It's not like that we're more superior or we're better. It's that the conversation is just different. So it's constantly talking about how to expand globally, how you can expand your growth, how can you go ahead and get more clients in a global scale. The vibe, the conversation, the collective energy is just different. You're constantly surrounded by women who are doing the same thing. So it's constantly inspiring you, motivating you, and also showing you what's possible. And since it's a collective and collaborative group, we're always sharing things that work for us, methods that work for us, tools, the latest apps, the latest marketing trends, the reels, all those things. And then last but not least, because you're surrounded by women that are also growing globally, you are often asked to be on their podcast. You're often asked to be a teacher with FemCity, or maybe one of our featured speakers, or featured on our platforms as a contributor, as a writer. A lot of our Founder Circle members are writing books, are best-selling authors, are, on the stage. They're getting featured in newspapers and magazines. It's a collaborative spirit where we're all working together to help each other out. So you can see where it's like, it's not for everyone, but if you are looking to grow globally, then it's like a great fit for you. So what do I mean by speakers and teachers? I mean that you can be featured in our blog as one of our teachers. You can also be a contributor. You can interview other women as well. We also feature our Founder Circle members on our Instagram. So you'll often see them on our Instagram. We'll feature their reels sometimes. We'll post them on Facebook. So we're constantly promoting them as this marketing arm to get them noticed throughout the FemCity platform. And then also, again, that elevated conversation, surrounding yourself with women that are also growing their brands globally is really important as well. It really does make an impact. If you are talking to people that are only growing locally, it's going to keep your vision smaller. If you are looking to grow globally, having those conversations constantly going around in your mind will help to expand. We've had women join the Founders Program that really just wanted to join to be surrounded by women having those conversations. And that has pivoted the way that they see their business. So sometimes women come to us and go, you know what, I'm not really thinking about growing globally, but I'm interested. I'm actually excited about the possibilities of what I can create. You also get a chance to work with me. I've been a small business owner since I was 22 years old. I've had many successful businesses. I've been featured in pretty much every major publication as a small business expert. I've been given awards as a small business expert. I've done it. I've created success. You get a chance to work with me. So instead of hiring me as a one-on-one private coach, which definitely has its own value, you get me all the time for a fraction of the price. And if you have your own business, it is tax deductible. Please ask your CPA. I know for the United States, it is tax deductible, but I'm not really sure about Canada. I believe it to be the case as well, but just ask. So we do have the promo. I know there was a question that came in about pricing. We do have a promo. It's usually $100 a month. Or $1,000 a year. It's on promo for the next 2 days for $60. My headband keeps kind of inching away from my head. We have it on promo for $60 or $600 a year. You can cancel at any time, by the way. If you do the monthly and you're in it for a couple months and you're like, you know what, I don't want to grow globally, I changed my mind, I am really just going to focus on local, then you can simply just go into your dashboard and click and change your membership. You don't have to send us a summary. You don't have to call us 20 times. You don't have to send us any emails. You can just go in there and click and edit. Super easy. We are not in business to make, money off people that don't want to be a part of FemCity. That is not our jam. We've been around for 15 years. If it doesn't fit for you, we wish you the best. We're sad to see you go, but we really want to make sure that it does fit you perfectly. Also, when you come on board as a Founder Circle member, you do have a one-on-one with me. I personally onboard you. I want to learn about your business. I want to learn what your goals and your vision is so I can help you transition into the program. So you do have that one-on-one with me. And then you have a lot of mentorships throughout the program as well. So you'll oh, I have a question. What's the Zoom? What's this? What's that? There's always a team of FemCity founders that are willing to help and want to help you as well. And I'm going to share a little bit of the portal as well, so that you can kind of see where you find all the information. Oh, there's a typo. It's supposed to be an I there. Return on investment. So return on investment, I always view things as a business transaction. So what am I getting for this payment? Like, I'm giving you money. What's in it for me? So for sure, the weekly accountability program, I think, is fantastic. I've seen so many businesses grow and blossom just from that program. The virtual Wednesday for support is really amazing. Office hours, fantastic. Coffee chats, when you have coffee chats with other Founder Circle members. And then, of course, the speaker sign up. Being a teacher and a speaker on the FemCity platform really helps to amplify your brand and your reach. As an example, Linda Babulik, who's been a part of our Founder Circle program for probably 5 years now, I want to say 4 or 5 years. She said the other day she had someone reach out to her to be a paid keynote speaker. locally. And the way they found Linda was through a FemCity class that she taught. So that is the intention, right? To have you all on our platform so that you obtain referrals and opportunities. Julie Allison is another great Founder Circle member. We actually have a video of her sharing how she really grew her business because of the FemCity Founders Program. She left her executive position and launched her own business, and she's thriving and growing. She also runs our FemCity West Hartford, Connecticut chapter. And then Sarah Sparks, she's been with us for, gosh, probably 5 years now as well. And we have a video of her sharing how much the program has really changed. She said in many ways, she accredits her success to the FemCity Founders Program. Those are all available for you to watch over in the about our membership. If you click on Founders, you'll see them there. All right. So again, just to recap, Mondays with me for the accountability program, Tuesdays for office hours, Wednesday for networking. Do you have to do all of them? Absolutely not. You don't have to do all of them. Take and choose the ones that feel right for you, and I'll help you navigate that when we meet for our one-on-one. And it also gives the opportunity for you to be a speaker, coach, contributor, teacher, panelist, and a podcast guest within the FemCity community as well. And that is it. I don't see any questions. Let me share my screen and just share the portal really quick. I'm just going to the FemCity site. I just think it's really helpful to see like where you can find the information. I know I'm a visual person. I like to see things. So let me go ahead and share. Okay, let's go back into sharing my screen. It's always a little murky. Okay. So here's the FemCity website. Once you join the Founders Program, you will have access to the Founders Portal. So you'll hear me say often, hey, take a look. We posted it in the Founders Portal. So that means here. When you're a member of the Founders Program, you're also a member of all the FemCity chapters. So if you're traveling, you can go to any of the FemCity events in any city. If you have 3 FemCity chapters near you, you can go to all 3 of those. So really, the Founder Circle program is a global program, meaning you have access to everything. It's the premium membership that we have. So you have access to all of the business portal and also the Founders Portal. And what we've done is we've broken down into all the single days, so you can kind of read more about that. We have our calendar of virtual sessions as well. You're scheduling your one-on-one with me. This is not a one-on-one private coaching business session. This is really just your onboarding where I get to learn about you. Coffee chat, what that's about, membership orientation. If you want to walk through it all over again, it has the link here. Speaker sign-up sheet. This is always opened around the first week of the month and it closes on the 15th. This is when you can sign up to be a teacher or to lead an office hours or to lead a virtual networking. Our Zoom, I teach supplemental classes. I'm a former publicist, so I love seeing our Founder Circle members in the newspapers and magazines. So I teach classes for just the founders. And then the rest is self-explanatory. So I don't want to spend too much time there, but you do have access to all of this as well. So that is it. The promo ends again on the 31st. If you use in caps the word harvest, you'll save the $40 a month for your monthly, and then also $400 if you're doing the yearly. So any questions? I know the question came in about, would you be able to join other local chapters? Absolutely. And then I had another question about cost. I covered the cost, and also it's tax deductible if you're in the US. I'm not sure about Canadian tax laws, but I know for US, if you're paying for any networking organization or networking events, or even traveling with business, those are all tax deductible. Like our trip to Sicily, the reason why we sell those out so fast is because it's a trip to Sicily, but you also write it off because we do talk about business the entire time. So any questions? Go ahead, Debbie.
The speaker sign up, you said that's monthly, or
Yes.
And it ends when, or closes?
It closes on the 15th at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And I will, I always post in the Facebook group. I tag everyone in the Facebook group, and then I remind you all when I'm seeing you all. I'll remind you over and over again, so that you have the opportunity to go sign up. Sometimes our Founder Circle members will say, oh my gosh, I forgot. Like, is it too late? it never fails. I will always have some extra spots because someone now is traveling or they didn't realize that they signed up for it and they're not going to be in town. So there's always like maybe 2 or 4 opportunities, even if you don't use the sign up sheet. And I post those in the Facebook group as well. But generally, yeah, they're open. Like I already did November's is already, we've already set November's up, but now next week, December's will open and that will close December 15th
Okay.
for the January sessions
Okay.
or for December.
And the Zoom calls at 12, they're half an hour or they're an hour?
They're all half an hour, except for the first Wednesday of every month. Everyone hops on that one because it's the signature networking session. And that one is generally an hour long. And I do lock that one. I mean, I lock all of them. If you're 5 minutes late, I lock the room because we're only on there for 30 minutes. And if we've already broken out into breakout rooms for the coffee chat or for the support circles, it's not fair to have someone come in and then I add them into the room and 2 people have already bonded or 3 people have already bonded. So I generally will give like 5 minutes grace time. You know, people are running late, the Zoom wasn't working, the Wi-Fi, whatever, the dog was barking, the dog threw up. But other than that, I lock it because it's just disruptive to everybody else. But they're 30 minutes long and the first Wednesday of every month is always an hour. And I will remind you also at the beginning, I will remind you as a Facebook post. And sometimes you'll see founders get on and go, oh gosh, I forgot it's an hour long. I can't do it today. I'll see you guys next week. And then they'll hang up. So it's a very lovely group. It's very supportive. And I will say you will make best friends. They travel to see each other. We just had that happen with Holly and Becky Russell. Holly traveled to see her in Johnson City. She runs our Johnson City chapter. And it's just always beautiful. You really do make the most amazing friends because it's small. It's super.
Yeah. Yeah. And the events, we still, for paying the member price for the events, right?
Get the discount. Yep.
You get the
So just,
discount for those events, even though I'm
yeah.
not able to make those either right now. And if that happens, like you said, if it just turns up that, my schedule gets crazy busy and I'm not busier and I'm not able to do it for the remainder of the year, or is it something that I could be like, okay, can I stop it for now and then pick it back up in March, or
Yeah, you
do
can,
I take
I mean,
it slower again over the summer? And
yeah, I wish our membership platform, and I've met with the founder about this, that I wish we had the ability to pause it. Like I know that my Rent the Runway, I can pause it. Like I just had surgery and I'm like, I'm not going to be able to use Rent the Runway. So I
I
paused
love
it.
it.
I wish we had that opportunity, but no. So you would just cancel it. And then when you're ready, you can go in there and just activate it again. And it should give you the same price that you locked in. Like I've seen that happen before. If it doesn't, for whatever reason, Debbie, just message us and say, hey, I was on I joined when it was this price. Could you honor that for us? Or can you honor that for me? Um, Generally we do that unless it's like really, really drastic. Generally we do that. So you can always cancel. And I find also some of our Founder Circle members, they get so much value sometimes over just one little element that they're like, you know what, even if I can't do all of them, just doing the Monday or just doing the Wednesday or just doing the coffee chat or just like that sometimes is even worth it alone. So see how it goes. Again, with us, it's like super, there's no tension, there's no pressure, there's no stress. It's just like,
Yeah. No, but I need, yeah. Okay.
yeah,
Need that. Thank
I
you.
get it. I mean, my Equinox membership is $220 a month, and my husband and I, we both, so it's $440 a month. And, I was like, we need to pause it just for a month, because if I can't go, it's $440. You know what I mean? So I totally get it. Like Rent the Runway is $150 a month. If I'm not using it, like, yeah, I want to pause it. So I totally get it from a consumer side. Like you want to be able to cancel pause when you don't think
Right.
that you're able to use it.
Right. Because with what I do, it's like feast and famine, like I said. And so January, February, March, even now, April and May, people aren't leaving till June if they leave at all anymore. And so if it gets too much, to be able to say, okay, I need to just work through season and then come end of season, I can start to focus more on what I need to do, but I'll try and see how it goes.
It's an option.
Okay.
Again, I want to make sure it works for you. I don't want to ever have anybody in this program because I work so closely with you all. I don't want it to ever feel like stress or anxious or we've seen members leave and come back. And we've seen members that have been with us for the 10 years, like they
Mhm.
come and go also, but they see the value, even if they're overwhelmed, they find just even once a month, it fills their cup, it makes them feel like they have support. So everyone's different. You come and go and you take the pieces that feel right.
Okay, thanks.
Good.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so I don't see any other questions. So that is it for today. Reach out if you have any questions at all. And I'm going to go ahead and add this to the library and we'll email it out so you have access to it as well. Thank you so much.